governor's proposal of taxing the rich, it's kind of difficult for us to stand up here and argue convincingly against that, because it maybe doesn't affect too many people here. It's tax somebody else, don't tax me. And it's my belief that if we did that, it'd be the easiest thing to do. Say, yep, let's just raise taxes on whoever the wealthy is, 2%. But it's my belief that if we do that, we'll be back here in 2 years in the exact same situation of government growing, getting bigger, and being in a situation where we have to raise taxes again. And this time it's going to be on, I would think, the middle class, because we can't keep tapping the one class all the time. So, as Joe mentioned, we have to make some structural changes in the way we deliver our services, because some areas are just growing at a pace that we just can't sustain. And we have to adjust to those two economic realities of what the state can produce revenue-wise and cooperate.
I just have some really big comments. The other thing, the thing that I was asking about is the lottery. I don't know, like you said, 2 years ago, since the last 2 years, the lottery has kind of declined, you know, the pull tabs and all that stuff. What about the previous 10 years when we were spending money on tabs and all that? I don't ever remember Sox ever getting anything, or rural America so far getting anything. The other thing I was going to ask you about is when something, I like rural America, I think we're the best. But anyway, something goes to the legislature, and unless I ask Jerry Country to explain what happened to it, nothing ever happens to it. It seems like it goes from this committee to that committee to that committee, and when it comes time to bring it out as to what it is, that isn't what we thought we were going to get. So, you know, can you explain that? Then term limits. Do you think we should have term limits? I think if you're not doing the job in 4 years, hasta luego. We need somebody who will do the job. And that's what we want in the country. To me, be effective and do your job or get out. The other thing is Arden Hills. I drove by there 30 years. I know a guy who lost his leg in 48. We spent $50 million on a little gas station in Victoria and the freeway to get up the pollution, the anti-pollution or the pollution problems. There's problems in Arden Hills, I'll guarantee, and that's an open-ended bill. You know, it's going to cost $13 million to clean this up. It'll probably cost $150 million when they're done. It's a big item, and all they're worried about is roads. I don't care about the roads, but get the site buildable, that pollution. There's been a lot of stuff happening there since 48.